Good morning, Carmen Santora. Thank you for being with us again today.
Thank you, Bennett, for having me. Again, as usual, you're doing a heck of a job.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. It's always nice to be live in the studio with you. Tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and how you, as the executive director of the BCB, fit into this new EPA RRP rule, we'll call it for short.
Well, basically, our members naturally are quite involved because there's 500 members. 300 of them are contractors that are probably all involved. And basically, we've already had two classes prior to April 22nd to inform most of our members on what is going on. There is naturally a concern of the expense. Like we did mention, it's $300 to be certified by EPA, and then it's $195 to take the certification locally. And that is an expense that's some way or it's going to be passed on. It always is, no matter the customer is going to get it passed on to them. But the situation really is not so much the cost for the contractors as much as the hardship that it's putting on a lot of these guys. Some of them don't even know what is going on.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, do you find these guys calling you up and saying, "Oh my God, this is horrendous. We've got this unbelievable hurdle now to overcome on every possible, job."
Yeah. Well, a lot of them were in a panic only because of the date. And basically, I know EPA is so far behind that I don't think they're going to have to worry too much in the immediate future. But the scare tactics of the heavy fines, we know that somebody's going to be made an example of, because when we asked about policing of this particular rule, without policing, it's going to be not effective at all.
Right.
So they're going to try and do something about that end of it, mostly warning the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, actually. That was my question. We'll talk some more with Susan and Elizabeth regarding it. They may have some more information. But do you think the Better Contractors Bureau, since you are, protecting and informing the consumer, do you think, I know a lot of times your organization will go out to a home, do an investigation, when there's work performed. Do you think that you'll actually get involved with the policing of this particular lead safe practice?
We've already had some consumers call, elderly people who've been living in a home during the 1978. They've had a house for quite some time, and some of them haven't had anything done to it in a long time. So they were concerned, and there is a lot of testing places. We won't do it ourselves in this particular case. We're mostly involved in inspecting roofing, siding, complaints on workmanship, things like that. When it comes to the lead process, there are actual lead people that'll do that. So we got people that will advise them to. And now that we have certified people, that's who we'll be telling them to call.
Now, I'm afraid that it's going to scare these older people. What a contractor remodel has to do is go to their house. Hi, I'm here to give you an estimate. And by the way, here's your 15-page leaflet that I had to waste another $1 on making and having it printed out. It's going to go on top of your estimate, though, sweetheart. And then here, sign this form that says you're not aware or you are aware of lead-based paint in your old house. And here's all the crap I got to do to abide by this new law. Sorry, Miss whatever Smith, but this will just scare the crap out of you. And have a nice day. By the way, if you want me to paint the house on the outside with the estimate, I got to add another $1,000 on for my labor to my people. And all the hoops I have to jump through by putting up orange cones around the property and yellow tape and masking off 10 feet away from the house with tarp. And by the way, you'll sue me after that because you killed all my landscaping by masking off, a tarp all the way around my house, 10 feet out from the house. I'm going to sue you another, so you're going to end up suing me back for 6 times as much as it cost me to paint the house. But that's okay. Let's just get this out in the open right now, and then I'll get your estimate to you.
Well,
am I right?
You're right. You're right to a point, but the idea is that they're trying to protect children, and not only children. I mean, elderly. Anybody could get affected by lead poisoning.
Okay.
The idea is that if you're going to have something done, you're going to have to do it the right way. It's just like the old asbestos laws. I mean, there was contractors for years, including myself, way back before there was any asbestos law, that was taking off asbestos siding without even knowing I was harming myself, bringing it home to my children. And who knows what happens to the grandchildren down the road. So what's happening now, if they don't want to pay for something like that, they can no longer waive off of it. Right now there is the booklet, and it tells them they could decline or something like that. But that's going to be changing too. So
Okay.
you got to look at it from a point of view of strictly health and not from a monetary basis. But I know it is hurting the contractors. There's no
Right.
question.
What price would you pay to keep your family safe? I mean, if there's any danger at all, and